Hey guys, what is up? We're back with another week of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. And we came back from, I personally thought it was a pretty hilarious, despite the very beginning of last week's episode. RIP to Principal Yaga. He did not deserve that, but these are the consequences of how corrupt Jujutsu society is. And the only person that was basically that wall that was protecting everybody else from the corruption was Gojo, who unfortunately we won't be seeing in this season since he's been boxed up since last season, okay? And Yuji, I love my son, but my boy, you can't lie to save a life. How you go about saying who is I love my son, but never ask him to lie ever again. Don't make him do it, please, please. And now, Hakari is throwing up the hands, and he's piecing up my son. So I let's see, as like in Windbreaker, fighting is another conversation. So that's what they're going to have to do in this week's episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Episode 6. Oh, just FYI, we're covering the rest of 154 in this episode and going forward. Why is he sneaking up on him like that? Oh my god. Dang. Choke him up. I just like it flows so seamlessly seeing Megami just drop into the shadow. Oh. And we go back to this moment. Oh Lord. Yeah. Dang. Yeah, just so you know, Kirara's ability is very similar to Gojo's. Yeah, very similar to Gojo's. No. It, yeah. No, but mm, yep. Not right now. Mm-mm. Does she believe them? Yeah, she don't believe her for a second. She don't believe y'all for a second. Mm-hmm. Oh. Why the bunnies be getting tossed around like crate? Mm. Why does it look so realistic? Mm-hmm. How you mess up on your own technique? So the way oh, they brought that in. Okay. So basically the closer depending on the star, yeah. Yeah. Because of how close depending on the name of the star. The further you are, there you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lord have mercy. You know what this also reminds me of? That lady in part three, with her magnet uh stand. Jesus. That's what this technique also reminds me of. Low key. Dang. Dang. What the Oh God. I haven't heard this theme in a minute. That wasn't in the manga. I have not heard this theme since season one, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. Why we're flinging rabbits? Mm. Yeah. Dang. Dang. Ooh. Oh. Dang. Oh, oh. 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 Because they need you. Mm. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. It's kind of my boy's not gonna go down that easily. My son is durable. He is durable. Mm. He likes Yuji, that's what. Oh God. Who the heck put that? Who put that rule in again? mm. I didn't think he was gonna show up this early. I didn't think he was gonna show up that early. Yeah. So I know some people are going to be particularly very confused about Kirata's ability, love Rendezvous. Okay, but the reason why I say it's particularly similar to Gojo's in terms of limitless, you know how with Gojo's limitless, it's not really stopping time before him. It's basically breaking apart the space in multitudes of zeros. Like there is a stop point, of course, but it takes forever to reach zero. So like if you go back to season 1 when it came to him versus Jogo, where we did see him talk about limitless, and you saw when that scene where Gojo first claps their hands and then he's telling Jogo try to reach my where I'm at, try to reach my hand, and then you clearly saw that like Jogo's hand is close but it can't quite reach, like it's moving but at an extremely slow pace. So but Kirata's ability, love Rendezvous, it's basically, and I to give you the definition of what it is that she has to make contact with the individual with their curse energy, right? And once they're marked, you obviously saw the light show up on both Megumi's, Panda's, and her head, activating the ability. And in other words, once someone is appointed with the star, they must follow a sequential order if they want to attempt approaching another star. Otherwise, they will be unable to close the distance between them and a target with the same star, will be attracted to them and unable to separate. The determined route is organized based on stars in the constellation from nearest to the furthest distance from Earth. So the order is as follows. The first star closest to Earth is Imai. Second is a Crux, Mimosa, Ganon, and Ga Crux. And if somebody, say for example, someone was marked with a Crux, they must go through Mimosa and Ganon before reaching Ga Crux. So they can't skip before or after, they have to follow that sequence. So it's like basically A, B, C, D, and E. If you don't follow it in that order, if you are B and you're trying to reach to D, you're not going to be able to, but you could probably reach another B or to C, but you can't get to D. And that's why I also compared it to like in magnetism in a way, because you are attracted to like two magnets. I guess like you can't put two negative magnets or two positive magnets together, like the opposites in that case can attract with each other. That's why I kind of like I probably messed up that part, but that's why I kind of like also compared it to that stand user that was in like part 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and she used herself, so anything consequently close to each other is instantly drawn to each other. So something of that sort of thing. So I understand that a lot of people would be confused, because at first when I was reading that part and I went to go read it, so that was part of chapter 154 that wasn't adapted in last week's episode, but in this episode, the first time I read it, it was confusing, so I had to reread it multiple times just to get it, and also like look up to be more defined by going onto the Wikia and then really reading that part about her ability. Her ability is actually pretty cool, so long as the person doesn't know about the Southern Cross, you're fine. I don't know about consultation, so if I was caught up in that technique, I would have been screwed. I would have had a car come launching at me and then murk me on the spot. And with the Hakari versus Yuji, obviously it's not a fight, but it was more so for Hakari to see where is Yuji's mindset. Like, why are you asking me, knowing how Jujutsu Society has treated me and anyone that's like me, Kiara, anybody that's deemed different. As Kiara did say in the episode that like people like Nobara, right, are perfect because she doesn't challenge the status quo or what they deem as normal jujutsu sorcery, because it's nothing outside of the box. They want everything to fit in a very uniform pattern. So abilities like probably even Megumi's of how he utilizes it. Someone like Yuji, remember, it's not really a curse technique, but divergent fists. Someone like Hakari who uses Pachiko, like they think they are very imaginative with their abilities. And so for them, since they can't comprehend it, they deem people like Hakari, Kiara, heck, even possibly Gojo, Yuji, and anybody, or Yuta, to be threats to their traditions. Someone like, again, like Nobara is stated in the episode, is a great example of like very standard, very easy to understand. Nails, curse energy, cool. You know, but anyone outside of what we deem as traditional or the ordinary, we feel that they are a threat and we need to keep an eye on them. And on top of that, the ideologies that Hakari has about Jujutsu Society and how it could change outside of the regular norms also scares these people. Hence why Gojo has been trying adamantly to change the society, because it really doesn't benefit any of these sorcerers. And you can clearly see in this episode how Kiara and Hakari, despite hating the society, they respect the living hell out of Gojo. And so they couldn't fathom like someone like Gojo, who's highly regarded and someone who actually cares about like the youth and how expressive they are, was someone that was targeted and then sealed. Like, they can't believe that. Obviously, I did state in the beginning of this season, I believe it was episode 1 or 2, that this season you're not going to really see Yuji, at least part 1 of Culling Games, you're not going to really see Yuji fighting too much. I mean, you did in the beginning, but this season is more going to be focusing on his mentality after the events of Shibuya. So obviously we started with Yuji bright-eyed, adventurous and everything. I'm going to help everybody, and then the events of Shibuya really twisted his ideologies to a point where he feels very helpless. He feels like nothing I do can change how this system is built. So I might as well just work within this system till it bleeds me dry. Other words, I am a cog. Obviously, I know people are not going to particularly like this part about Yuji and call him out all sort of names and everything, but you have to understand the things he went through, what his body was put through, forced to do, and he had no consent in it, and then the people he cares about is either trapped or they died, you know, and he took innocent lives. Again, he did not consent to this, but nonetheless, of course, this is going to mentally warp the hell out of Yuji's mind. And the fact that he can still somewhat function attests to Yuji's will. But this part of the Culling Games is going to be, it is going to put Yuji mentally through a ringer. Okay, because there's another character that's going to appear in this. If you read the manga, you know which character I'm talking about. Of course, no spoilers whatsoever, but there is a character that's going to probably challenge Yuji's mindset currently at this moment. But the episode, I did not think they were going to, but you know what? That was my bad. 156 to 157 probably. They introduced Kashimo. Y'all gonna love. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. I'm wondering if next episode. No. They gave it previews. I don't think next episode, or probably later into the episode. I could probably make predictions that next week's episode is chapter 158, probably some parts of 157. That they're going to adapt. Pretty calm episode. Aside from like there was really no fights in this. It was more like, guys, just hear us. I know you guys want to fight us and thinking we're part of the Jujutsu Society, trying to rope you guys back in. No. This is completely different. This, as Megami said, we lost. Okay, and we really need help right now because the situation has gone from hell to, yeah, whatever that is, it is. Okay, I do want to note that Kogane, that flying looking cursed creature, cute little cursed creature that was flying, telling them that it was a new player. They added a new rule, like you can see all the players' info and all that stuff, their stats, like it's a video game. The voice actor is Neko, who is best known for voice acting Reborn from Katekyo Hitman Reborn. I mean, she has a minor role, but nonetheless, I did not expect her to be in JJK at all. That's all I'm saying. I did not expect her to be. So it was a pleasant surprise because the minute I heard that voice, I'm like, oh, Reborn, you're here? Where's Suna at? But nonetheless, still like this episode. I will say last week I do like it a little bit better, but I do like how they showcase Kiyata's abilities in this week's episode for sure, because reading the manga may confuse you, but seeing it in motion, it might be a little bit more easier for those who are watching the anime version. But again, I can also see where it can confuse all of you, so hopefully my explanation did help you guys, and for the help from the Wikia as well. But next week's episode, yeah, we should be seeing more of Kashimo and all the other culling game characters that's going to be in this part. So guys, if you watched this week's episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Episode 6, if you are a manga reader, of course, no spoilers other than the chapters that this episode adapted from. But how do you feel about this episode versus those chapters? Anime only, how do you feel overall about this episode? What are you expecting for next week's episode? The links are in the description box. You guys go check it out. And I'm Kimmy-chan. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!